Today we are discussing about the couplings and its types. So generally whatever may be the shafts are available in the market, that shafts are available in the market from the length of 6 meter to the 10 meters for easy handling and the transportation. Larger length of shaft cannot be manufactured correctly for the use of power transmission because of different difficulties in the manufacturing. Still, in actual practice, larger length shafts are required for the transmission of power and the torque. So, these requirements will be fulfilled by the use of coupling. So that's why the coupling is nothing but the device which is used to connect the two or more shafts. There are some requirements of a good shaft couplings. So first requirement is whatever may be the coupling which is to be selected, that coupling should be easy to connect or disconnect. Coupling should be transmit the full power from one shaft to the another shaft, means there is no any losses of power or torque is to be there. Coupling should hold the shaft in perfect alignment. It should reduce the power transmission of shock loads from one shaft to the another, and there is no projecting parts on that coupling. So apart from that requirements, some factors are to be considered when we are selecting the coupling. So that factors are torque requirement, speed which is to be involved, shaft is aligned or misaligned, operating condition in which the coupling is to be or working conditions of that coupling, cyclic operation of the coupling, direction of rotation of coupling, life of the coupling, and duty or work involved in that operation. So there are generally two types of the couplings are to be there. So first coupling is the rigid coupling, and rigid couplings are used to connect the two shafts which are in parallel and in perfect alignment. For that purpose we are using the rigid coupling. Rigid coupling are further classified into the sleeve or muff coupling, clamp or split muff coupling, third one is the flange coupling, and second type of coupling is the flexible coupling. So flexible coupling is used to connect the two shafts when there will be a misalignment is to be there. So shafts with parallel shafts with some misalignment, at that time the flexible coupling is to be used. So flexible coupling is further classified into bush pin type of flexible coupling, universal coupling, Oldham coupling. So this is the difference between the rigid coupling and the flexible coupling on the parameters, purpose, alignment, shock and vibration, deflection and cost. So generally the rigid couplings are used to connect the two shafts which are in perfect alignment, but the flexible couplings are used to connect the two shafts having the small misalignment. In rigid coupling cannot tolerate any misalignment between the two shafts, but flexible coupling can tolerate small amount of displacement between the two shafts. So rigid couplings can absorb the shock and vibration, but flexible coupling cannot absorb any shock or vibration. In rigid coupling, shaft and deflection is less, but in flexible coupling the shaft and deflection is more. So that's why the rigid coupling is less expensive and than that of the flexible coupling. One question arises in the mind, why we are placing the coupling nearer to the bearing. So we are placing the coupling near to the bearing because of the following reason. So when we are placing the coupling near to the bearing, it gives the minimum vibration. When we are placing the coupling near to the bearing, bending load on the shaft can be minimized. Due to this, it increases the power transmission stability also. When we are placing the bearing coupling near to the bearing, it also avoids the deflection of